Okay. Uh, YAGNAYANI. Okay, what is the meaning of your name?
Sir, Agni, it means birth from fire, Havan. I
Okay.
was born in Agijala Purnima.
Okay.
So from there my grandmother gave my name Yagnayani.
Okay. Anyone in the mythology who did you know who born from fire?
Yes, Yagyaseni Draupadi.
Okay. Okay. So, as I can see in your profile, you have very good career, academic career. Also, you are doing PhD also in from the university.
Yes.
Why you want to join civil service?
So I am doing my PhD in genetics and plant breeding, which basically deals with development of new varieties, be it resistance to any biotic and abiotic stresses. But in OPSC or joining the Odisha Civil Services will give me large opportunity to reach to the poor people or the farmers in hand with them and working, give me opportunity, diverse opportunity in fact to work with them.
Okay. So, suppose you will work in as a deputy collector in some other file work or under secretary in the secretariat in home department. How do you think that? Don't you think that it is waste of your knowledge? You cannot apply your knowledge in uh, in agriculture.
So, Odisha is basically an agrarian economy. So, I don't think in any way my knowledge of agriculture will go in waste. In fact, if I have been posted as under secretary in the home department or anything, I can give inputs in policy forming based on my knowledge which I have gained during these years.
Okay. So, genetics and plant breeding. Why actually we have so much of genetically modified crop like GM mustard or British brinjal, but in the ground why we have not implemented in the field?
So, the genetically modified crops are the crops that are grown, that are being developed by introducing a gene of foreign interest. So, there are many apprehensions among the people basically that it may lead to health hazard. That is why we have a committee, GEAC committee, Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, which takes matter all the steps and the procedures and it do a thorough revision of all the health hazards or any environmental hazards of these crops, and after that only approval is being given.
What is 30 into 30?
I'm sorry sir, I'm unaware of it.
So, have you heard about CBD? Conservation
Biological
diversity.
Yes.
Our diversity we saw due to different human intervention, genetically modified, all these things, many girls, the biodiversity is lost. So 30% of the biodiversity we have to protect by 2030. That is called 30 into 30.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So. What are how do you think that through genetics and plant breeding it will help in our agriculture sector?
So genetics and plant breeding is basically deals with development of new varieties, be it any biotic or abiotic stresses. And now since climate change is a main factors, we are seeing development of new races of pests and diseases. So in this way we can develop new varieties in using cutting edge technologies like gene editing or marker assisted backcrossing breeding to develop new varieties and fast development of new varieties. That is how we can help the farmers.
Can you give some example where practical apart from British Cuttack, any other things where this genetics and plant breeding we can apply?
So we have developed variety Swarna Sub 1, which is a submergence tolerance variety through marker assisted backcrossing method. That we have Swarna is a agronomically superior variety, but it was not resistant to submergence. That is why we have introduced a gene through marker assisted backcrossing, the SUB1 gene, into it, and now it is performing well, and it is also in the farmers field also.
Okay, so in sometimes in news like the rice we are adding some type of vitamins also, or like the different type of rice. In Swarna, I don't know, Swarna or something, some variety of rice.
So biofortification.
Biofortification we are doing.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that is there any health hazard if you modify this or biofortification you do for the food grains?
So whatever the biofortification has been doing, it goes through a proper channel, and it is being assessed very thoroughly about the environmental effects and or the human effects, and then only it is released as a variety after series of series of examination throughout the years.
So have you started your thesis or yet to start?
I have started my thesis work.
So you are doing research on what?
So I am doing research on bacterial wilt resistance in potato.
Potato.
Yes, sir.
So what is the cause of the rising price of the tomato and other vegetable right now?
So right now the major causes due to climate change and heavy rainfall, the tomatoes produce has been destroyed. So due to shortage of supply, and the second reason is hoarding also done by the middlemen.
So don't you think that government is not, that means you are telling that government also not taking adequate steps to stop hoarding?
So the government is taking steps, but those are not implemented properly. That is why I think hoarding is still prevalent.
So also you have home science. Okay, so how do you think that home science will help you in your civil service study?
So in home science, we study about nutrition, child development, and other aspects to how to use our resources effectively and sustainably. So I think that's how and there are many schemes also by the government which deals with such aspects.
So nutrition, how do you think that, what are the initiatives by the government for increasing the nutritional level of the children?
So there are many initiatives like Poshan Abhiyan. Then there is a initiative of Sampurna, which deals with infant and maternal mortality rate. Then midday meal schemes are being implemented. Integrated child development schemes has also been implemented, and now Ragi laddus are also being given through those schemes to the children.
So agriculture, why do you, what are the we are facing difficulties in agriculture sector? Why our youth are not attracted to the agriculture rather than they want to migrate to some other state for different labor type of job? They are interested to do labor type job but not interested to employ them in agriculture.
So I believe the first reason is due to high uncertainty. Agriculture is totally dependent on the nature. So now with climate change there is high uncertainty. And second thing is that they are more attracted towards jobs that are available in the cities that do not need such hard work which agriculture demands also.
What is disguised unemployment?
So disguised unemployment is a phenomenon where the actual youth who are in the age of unemployment, who are in the age of getting employed, are not employed till now. So a little bit.
Marginal productivity is zero. That means if you giving in a 1 acre of land, we are getting suppose 20 quintal rice. Suppose 10% is employed and in 1 acre we are getting 20 quintal. Even if we are employed 15%, the productivity is also 20 quintal from the same land. That means the productivity is not increased, but we have increased the people. So the marginal productivity is zero. Okay,
Yes.
even if you are employed more person, so that 5% extra is equivalent to unemployment. So that is marginal. Disguise unemployment.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Just tell me. Recently, we have given more focus related to millet. Why millet are called superfood?
So millets are highly nutritious foods. They are rich in calcium, vitamin A, minerals, proteins, iron, zinc, etc. That is why they are called superfood.
Why, apart from this superfood, what is the benefit of millet?
So benefits of millet are they are short duration crops, so they can be grown very easily. Second are they require less water. They can be grown in arid and semi-arid regions of the areas, and so this much.
Seed policy, seed policy. Is that India need any improvement about the seed policy in agrarian sector?
So the seed policy rules.
Yeah.
So the seed policy rules tells about the production of different kinds of seeds, be it breeder seed, foundation seed, or certified seed. Sir, yes, sir. There are way more to go, because now we have been seen an increased cases of adulterated seeds in the market. So there need to be thorough. The seed certification agencies need to do thorough checking to prevent the farmers from getting those adulterated seeds.
See, recently, as per the report, they are saying that this CRRI, that's particularly what is CRRI? Now NRI, that is.
National Rice Research Institute.
Yeah. In India, in Odisha, we are having, and every state is having that one. Okay. So as per their report, that in a whole sum, I am telling that India is a diverse country. Diverse country means we are having different regions are also there, different vegetation, different climate, different soil.
Yes, sir.
So don't we think that this seed policy has to be improvised in the sense of that we cannot cater the same seed to all. Region wise it has to be different.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the seed what we grow in Uttar Pradesh may not be same in Madhya Bharat. Isn't it?
Yes.
So that was the need of the hour that we have to change. See, accordingly, do you think that being an agricultural specialist, particularly, do you think that this cropping pattern in terms of genetical, this rice has to be improvised, the DNA pattern, or else how you suggest, suppose you are posted to any of the district, that to be your drought prone area in Odisha, right? So drought prone area district and the coastal area districts are the completely different.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
So how you envisage your ideas in the sense regarding the rice or any pulses?
So rice is a water intensive crop. So growing rice in monoculture will totally impoverish the soil. So we can go for crop rotations like rice or any rice with any pulses. Pulses helps in improving the nitrogen quantity in the soil. Or sir, again, what?
Particularly, I am telling that one, the rice, different regions, okay. I am comparing your coastal regions with your drought prone area.
Right.
Suppose you are in Balangir or Nopada areas. Okay, in that case, how you are improving this pattern, your rice pattern particularly, rice cultivation pattern?
So first is crop rotation. Second is using stream methods of technologies, system of rice intensification, which requires less water for growing rice. So this much.
Okay, right. So why potato is not grown adequately in Odisha? Is there any defect?
So first is potato is a highly temperature sensitive crop, and it can be only grown in cool growing region, and in Odisha it is grown in Kalahandi, Koraput, Bolangir regions. And second thing, it is a rabi crop. It is a rabi crop, so it is grown from November to January. It is harvested in January. So maybe that is why.
So if this is so, our neighboring state, West Bengal, is always a surplus, and in fact they have been trade with domestic trade with your neighboring states. Why it is so? That means what is? Do you think that is an institutional your loopholes or something, or else the soil problem, or else the physiographic problems? How you means? What is your vision regarding this?
So there are some institutional loopholes, like due to lack of cold storage facilities, and potato, since highly sensitive, it gets degraded very fast. So we need cold storage facilities to store the food crops. Maybe that is why the farmers do not go for potato.
Potato is an essential commodity in the agri market, right? And
Yes,
in fact, to many of our dishes, Indian dishes, potato is very much demandable, right?
Yes, sir.
So my question is that why, see, West Bengal and Odisha, it's hardly any difference in terms of, so why there is a big gap in this? You said it is an institutional. In terms of soil?
Sir, I think soil also, the potato needs sandy loam type of soil, because it's a underground crops, so the soil has to be well drained,
Underground means, can we call it as a tuber crop?
tuber crops. Yes, sir.
You have to specify that one.
Okay.
Since you are a specialist in agriculture, right? Tuber crop.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
go ahead.
So tuber crops, the soil has to be well drained, and also we lack in irrigation facilities in most of the areas. That is why also.
Good. So you're also having home science. Can you highlight the actual problems of as per the recent report that India is anemic? Okay. Still, means in overall, India is still anemic. We are suffering for that one, struggling with that one. What are the major causes that India is being anemic? As per the world report, I'm telling.
Sir, I'm unaware about it, but the main causes which now I can think of is that we do not give prior emphasis to the nutrition of the pregnant and lactating mother as well as the girl children. They are still not taken care of on first priority basis.
Which part of India is mainly exposed to such kind of means, which physiographic regions or something this anemic situations in India?
So I think physiographic regions which are inaccessible areas, they are poor.
Such as inaccessible areas such as
Sir, in Odisha, like the tribal districts, tribal areas, they are Bolangir and
hilly areas. You have to
hilly,
say that,
yes.
because they are having your deficiency, natural deficiency in iron.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Just debate. We have a debate. Let's see. India is now we are having lots of program like your midday meal scheme and other Potion Abhiyan, as you said, Sir asked also. You said it. So despite of having so much programs for the upliftment of this woman status of the women, so why still we are degrading? Okay, let us minus the tribal part. Still, it is visible in the your village pockets and your urban areas also. Why it is so? What is the reason?
So I believe because the schemes are not been implemented properly at the ground level. And sir, we still hear of news like they are only giving rice and dal to the children instead of giving a full nutritious meal to them. So I believe that is why, sir.
Okay. What is NAPED?
Sir, so right now I'm unable to.
Have you heard about the Sappal portal of Odisha?
Yes, sir, I have.
What is related to what? Sappal.
Sir, right now I'm unable to recall.
It's related to agriculture.
Agriculture, improving product.
Actually, agri entrepreneur and actually for giving loans to the agricultural entrepreneur. So we have a portal Sappal. Okay, just check in our full with a single window agriculture credit application for farmer and agri entrepreneur. Okay, So just see, and they have asked this question to 2-3 students, sample, what they have done. Just go to Government of Odisha Agriculture site and what are the schemes there, you have to check that one also.
Yes.
So your hobbies are ODC dance. So you are learning from somewhere. Any of your gurus is there?
Yeah, I was learning from Paradeep.
Paradeep.
Yes.
Achha, you participated in any event?
So I have participated in many dance competition, college also, at BHU also.
Okay, so tell me what is Tribhangi in Odisha?
So Tribhangi is a three, sir, I can show you.
Yeah, you can show me or you can tell me in your choice.
So I'll show.
Okay.
So this is the posture in Tribhangi. We keep our torso straight, and then we little bit come down, and we like this is the pose of Tribhangi.
No, this is not Tribhangi. I think there should be bend your neck, your I think that S type. Tribhangi is three.
Yes sir, like this sir.
Okay, maybe so there is a curve. Three
Yes sir.
curve should be there in your posture.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so tell me what is Mangala Charan?
So Mangala Charan in Odissi is the first dance which we do. In this we offer prayer to Lord Jagannath and also to Mother Earth. We beg our forgiveness for tramping our feet on her. We also offer our devotions to our gurus, and also we seek forgiveness from the audience in case of any shortcomings while performing the dance.
So in Odissi, what actually we are performing? Odissi, any mythological things we are performing, or how we are any by dance form or expression? What is the basic difference between Odissi and Kuchipudi?
Sir, I am unaware about Kuchipudi, but in Odissi we...
Bharatanatyam. Odissi or Bharatanatyam?
Sir, in Odissi we usually follow the theme of Radha Krishna, and it is derived from temple traditions, the Jagannath temple traditions. And in Odissi we have Abhinaya, in which we showcase different rasas and bhavas and feel the music through which we showcase. So in Bharatnatyam and in Odissi we have Chauka positions like that of Lord Jagannath. But in Bharatnatyam we do not have that Tribhangi poses. It is kind of straight. We keep our hands straight while performing Bharatnatyam.
So BHU, what is its full form?
Banaras Hindu University.
Why it is called Hindu University? Is there any links to the Hindu religion or anything?
Sir, I am unaware, sir.
Who is the founder of BHU?
Sir, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji.
So Pandit Madan, what is the contribution of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya to freedom struggle?
So he was a freedom fighter, and he was basically involved in uplifting the poor and also involved in education of the downtrodden and the poor.
Who is the member of, is he a member of Hindu Mahasabha? Okay. Okay, so my last question to you. You have presented our National Congress, National Seat Congress.
National Seat Congress. When it was held?
At Banaras Hindu University.
BHU.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me, why do you think that you are best fit for the civil service?
Sir, I believe that I am a hardworking and determined person, and also I have a background in agriculture, and Odisha being an agrarian economy, I think I can contribute a lot in the upliftment of the farmers.
Let's prove that you are a hardworking person.
Since I'm also continuing my PhD, there was a time when PhD research work in potato. There was a time that the OPSC mains exam and my thesis work coincide. So first I was little bit nervous how to cope with it, but then I did all my PhD thesis work in the morning from 8 to 5. And at night I studied hard for the OPSC mains exam, and that is why I'm sitting before you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.